It's a crucial and important Saturday for the Indian contingent at London 2012 today. At one end, a billion will be hoping Saina Nehwal can break the Chinese jinx and seal a bronze medal for India in the women's singles and badminton. At the other end, all of India is seething in anger over AIBA's dubious verdict, which has all but robbed Vikas Krishan of a deserving medal after overruling his win in the round of 16. With the Indians set to appeal, one hopes justice is handed out to Vikas Krishan and he's reinstated in the quarters of the men's welterweight boxing category. For a huge controversy from the boxing ring at Excel Arena in London, while Saina Nehwal faces a tough test in a quest for Olympic glory. That will be our big focus here on Game for Gold this afternoon with me, Sundaraya. And joining us, we've got badminton legend Prakash Padukone from Bangalore live with us. We've got also the Indian Olympic Association's Vice President Tarlochan Singh. And here in our studio, we're joined by Shikha Oberoi and of course sports historian author Nalin Mehta. But before we get talking to our experts, first a quick look at all the top headlines today. Indian boxers will be in focus today. Can Devendra Singh and Manoj Kumar bring cheer to Indian fans and seal a place in the quarters? Onus and Leander Pace and Sania Mirza to bounce back from a one-set deficit and seal their place in the quarters due to resume match against top seeds Murni and Azarenka. They're trailing 5-7, 2-3. And London Olympics is all set to get its first glimpse of the biggest name in athletics, Usain Bolt, to begin his quest for glory in the heats of the 100 meters dash. There is a big controversy from the boxing ring that will be a big focus here. India has decided to file an appeal against the shocking decision given against Vikas Krishan. The Indian boxers' win last night over Errol Spence of America was overturned, but Indian contingent's acting Shakti Mission Brigadier P.K. Muralidharan Raja has told headlines today that the Indians will be appealing against the AIBA decision short while from now. The Indian pugilist had registered a 13-11 win over American Errol Spence after a 3-round bout last night in the pre-quarters of the 69 kg welterweight category. But AIBA overturned Spence's loss to the Indian welterweight 5 hours after the fight, handing the win to the American 15-13. After the American team protested the result, AIBA's competition jury reviewed the bout and ruled Vikas had committed 9 holding fouls in the third round alone. He also intentionally spit out his mouthpiece in the second round, which should have resulted in at least 4 points of deductions, is what the AIBA claimed against Vikas. Earlier, India were at the wrong end of the AIBA review system when the country's appeal against the close opening round loss of Sumit Sangwan in the 81 kg category was rejected by the world body's competition jury. Now, with Vikas being denied a medal, AIBA's scoring system has certainly come under the scanner and faces severe criticism.
I got the message and the detailed mail, the reply from the letter from the jury of the, from the jury of the AIBA boxing for the London Olympics, stating that based on the protest of USA, the decision of that bout was reversed. And they had mentioned there were 2 particular points of protest which was lodged. So one was that the number of holding fouls committed by Vikas in round 3 needs to be reviewed, which the referee did not call correctly. That's number 1. Number 2 was against the spitting of the gum shield by Vikas, which they had objected, saying that was intentional, and as per that, there should have been a warning of 2 points. Now, the jury, having gone through that, they upheld whatever the protest was, and they said that both the counts are right, and based on which they added on the points and reversed the decision. And so now we are on the job. Right now we are sitting, we got the CD of the particular bout because we collected it in the morning from here. We are going over it, reviewing it, but we are filing our appeal against this decision. In boxing there is no rematch or replay. The decision has to be given. I mean, and there is no rule wherein the boxer can be made to play again on the same thing to make a rematch. They have the documentary evidence. The scores are there. The bout can be reviewed and can be seen second to second. If you can see it in slow motion, bout has taken place. A decision has to be given on this. You cannot have any replay on the same match. You see, for round 1 was clearly Vikas. Round 2 he had gone down. Round 3 he was back in contention and he held on. The fact is he was tired, no doubt about it. But he was scoring. Now there is no point deduction for being tired in boxing. It is for only landing, scoring blows on the target correctly, and which he was doing. And so, in our opinion, it was a close bout, no doubt. But in my opinion, the bout should have gone to Vikas. the fact is that everybody is upset and people are a bit hurt also that such a decision has happened. Like, 2 days ago we had appealed for Sumit Sangwan's bout for a reversal there, which was against Yamaguchi of Brazil, which was turned down. And now 2 days later, this bout, which was, in our opinion, the close bout, no doubt, but which Vikas has won, should have gone to us only. There should have been no reversal of the decision.